We are in Mount Rainier National Park. We've driven up the Sunrise Road, and the elevation that we are at is 6,100 feet. Now, I'm not sure if this is the highest a car can go. We still have a little bit further. There might be a visitor center up at the top, I think. But let me show you some views around. Now, it is about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, so things aren't as bright as they normally would be. But there's a lake down there that's pretty, just like the one we saw at Glaciers National Park. And of course, I'm going to show you in just a minute the other side. The air is kind of chilly up here. I think it's like about in the 60s. But it's a nice view of the lake. No. Oh, people have? So behind me you can see Mount Rainier. It's 14,400 feet above sea level, I believe. And this road up here was built in 1929, and they built it to help protect the environment. And they did a lot of effort just to go along the Canyon Rim Road. It sure is pretty up here. These mountains are all the Cascade Mountains. There's quite a fur piece down there. There's a river down there called the Whitewater River. And if you see down there, that area that looks like there's no trees down the bottom like a line, that's the road. This is the area that's just gorgeous. This is a cloudy day. We were just trying to identify the mountain ranges over here, and according to the sign, those glaciers just across the way are called Servant Glaciers. There's definitely more glaciers consolidated here in Mount Rainier National Park than there were in Glacier. And this sign shows the mountain peaks.
Adams is actually in between those two, where that U shape.
Yeah, where the U-shaped snow is.
Mm-hmm.
You can barely see it. The sign says that along with Mount St. Helens, Mount Rainier is the highest peak in the Cascade Range, along with Mount Adams. Mount Baker is part of a chain of volcanoes that extends from northern California to southern British Columbia. Center. The elevation here is 6,400 feet above sea level.
The Mount Rainier Visitor Center began as the Paradise Visitor Center in 1966. The Visitor Center was later renamed the Henry M. Jackson Memorial Visitor Center in 1987 after the death of Senator Henry M. Jackson, who had been instrumental in the development of the Mission 66 program. A smaller, more efficient visitor center opened in 2008, replacing the original Mission 66 structure. This new visitor center is designed to blend better with the surrounding environment and the area's historic setting.
We just came out of the gift shop and the clouds have started to move away from the top of the mountain, and you can see the top of it.
Just barely, but there it is.
I wanted to get it before that cloud over there came and got in front of it.
So behind me, we can finally see the top of the peak. At least for a little bit.
Frying Pan Creek, a large tributary to the White River on Mount Rainier's northeast side, has a rich history including archaeological evidence of human use dating back 9,000 years, and the name potentially stemming from a lost frying pan or the glacier's shape.
Paul's down there. He went down there to see how chilly the water was. Probably pretty chilly because the water most likely is coming from those glaciers up there. Unlike the White River, this water here is clear. The White River has particles of what they call glacier flour in it, and that's what gives it its white appearance. So we stopped here. This is our second day in Mount Rainier State Park, and we just came through the entrance. It's a little bit after 5 o'clock, and we stopped here to do a little hiking, or a small little trail, and then the signs along the way talked about the mud flows in this area, how they come down sometimes and wipe out trees and everything. The last mud flow they had here was 1947, and it took out the bridge and just cut a path right down through this area. But when Paul and I walked down here, I didn't even notice what was behind us as we walked down here. And I just happened to look up and I said, "Oh, look at that, oh my, I didn't even see it." So I'm going to turn around and show you what we just found. Look at that view. Now yesterday, it was very cloudy up here in Mount Rainier National Park, but the clouds have moved on somewhat and it's a clear blue sky above the mountain. That's not Mount Rainier, it's just one of the peaks here, but I just thought it was really pretty. We stopped at an area called Reflection Lakes, but because the wind is kind of blowing, there's not a whole lot of reflection on the river. This is Mount Rainier, and this is the closest view that we've gotten on this trip. And with the clouds and everything, it's pretty spectacular. So here comes my ride. I gotta go.
I was watching it down there.
Yeah.
We're getting a lot better views of it today than we did yesterday.
Yeah, sure are.
Want me to stop?
Nope.
I was just a little nervous going down the Sunrise Road because, unlike Glacier National Park, there are few barriers on my side of the road.
I'm good. I'm good. Just, go slow.
Paul was laughing at me because I was looking at a drop-off on my side of the road. It wasn't funny, but I gotta tell you, that scenery was beautiful.
Would you like me to tell you why I think they don't put guardrails there?
Why?
If they put guardrails there, it would catch the rocks as they came down the mountain in the spring and block the road. It would actually cause more road hazards than not. This way the rocks that come down can just go on over the side. That's my thought.
Well, that sounds logical.
You see where they have these, there's not much there.
After driving for what seemed like forever, we finally found the road out. We were so glad to get back to camp. Hey y'all, thanks for watching our video. If you liked it, give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel, The Go With The Flow Couple. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook. Bye y'all.